This is the third video of writing in a bamboo basket. So, being there is not much to see, but there's a lot of visual here. You can see a lot of stuff. I don't really know the territory, so I just speak a little and I add some music to the video. See, so that basket has 3 people in it. This guy does some stunts right there with his boat. Well, in the previous video, he was doing some spins that probably make me dizzy. Yeah. See the hat they're wearing? The cone-shaped hat to protect from the sun. I don't think I was wearing mine. I believe they gave me one. But it didn't really feel that the sun was that strong. But after a while, I think the sun was coming through. You know. So there's the lady there, my driver. She's all dressed up for the weather. This is quite a lake there. Yeah, it's a lake. I don't think it's a river. See, got a lot of stuff growing there between, I think, coconuts and so forth. If you check on TripAdvisor, they do mention the tour. Let's see here if I can find TripAdvisor. There's one here that says Vietnam Bamboo Basket Tour with pickup. No reviews on that. 3 to 9 hours. My tour, however, included like a cooking. That was part of it. It's not just a bamboo thing. And see this one here, I'm looking at one here, it says Hoi An Eco Tour with bamboo basket boat and fishermen from Da Nang. And that one's like $80. Other one is like $12. Hoi An Eco Tour with bamboo basket. And at the end of my tour, we did some, we had a cooking class. We were making like spring rolls. So spring roll is very a famous food there in Vietnam. So that was my first time learning how to make spring rolls. You sure need a lot of fire. And one thing you need to do is to cut up the ingredients small. So you have a big knife and you cut them up small. And if you have like shrimp or what have you, then you add one in, you know, and you have to know how to wrap them correctly. Wrap them correctly. So that means they're tight, they don't come loose. And then you have to make sure that they stick. So usually you dip your finger in some water, put it there, pass it, and the ends would hold. And then they dip in, they place in hot oil, very hot oil. And that's how you get your spring rolls. Yeah. You cook your spring rolls. So I sent a text to a lady here who would stop talking to me. She didn't talk to me even, I don't know, think. According to my text, it shows like 2019. That was the last time she communicated with me. She was coming here to New York and she wanted me to buy flowers, orchids, like orchids. The orchids we get, they come from Thailand. So those are expensive. You have to fly them in. I remember when I went to the airport and we had inspection. They were coming from Bangkok. In those days, they were on that brown plane called Northwest Orient. There used to be an airline like that. Northwest Orient, coming from the Far East. Used to bring in people from the Philippines and so forth. But anyway, so I tell her no. I mean, why you want me to buy you flowers, orchids? Orchids are expensive too. And soap. She wanted soap. So also she's married. I don't see myself in the habit of buying flowers for married women. I mean, that's just me. But to me, I would buy flowers maybe for a single woman, or maybe my mother. If my mother is alive, I'd probably buy some flower. Valentine's Day, stuff like that. But a woman who is married and so forth, what's the point? Also, this lady, she's from a different culture too, so maybe she doesn't quite get it, but here in America, women usually don't ask a man to buy flowers, A man usually takes it upon himself and say, oh, I'm going to buy her some flowers. And then when she sees a surprise or what have you, maybe she'd be like excited. Not always. I went in a hotel years ago, and they used to have like the auto show, and the girls used to stay at the hotel I worked at. All the pretty girls. And there was this guy, I guess he must have been in love. He came there like a puppy dog, looking for one of these girls. And she was like chewing him out. I told you, don't come, don't follow me, don't this, don't that. And I think he was calling her like, okay, baby, wait until I tell you, you can call. I said, oh my God, this is how these pretty women treat men. So I learned a lesson right now, that pretty women can be really nasty in their attitude. So anyway, he brought her flowers. It was her birthday too. Yeah. This man, I don't know where he came from, whether he flew in, because, these girls are not from New York. They come from different states, and they fly them in. And he went out of his way, he got her flowers, and flowers in New York, and especially in this time of the year, when they hold a show in winter, flowers are expensive. He bought her flowers, he gave her flowers for her birthday, and as soon as he left, walked out of the hotel, she turned around and gave me the flowers. Yeah, that's a true story. The pretty girl gave me flowers. So that's one exception there, where I had a woman who actually gave me flowers.